Catherine's journey didn't begin in a grand palace in St. Petersburg. She was born on April 27, 1729, as Sophie Augusta Frederica in Stettin, Prussia, modern-day Poland. Her family was minor royalty, but her mother was incredibly ambitious. At just 14 years old, Sophie was summoned to Russia by Empress Elizabeth to marry the heir to the throne, Peter III. As soon as she stepped onto Russian soil, she realized one thing: to survive, she had to become Russian. She stayed up late into the night learning the language and converted to the Russian Orthodox Church, taking the name Catherine. In 1745, they married. However, it was a disaster. Peter was immature, obsessed with toy soldiers, and ignored his bride. Isolated and lonely, Catherine spent her time reading the works of great philosophers and studying the art of politics. She wasn't just a princess, she was a student of power. When Empress Elizabeth died in 1762, Peter III became the emperor, but his reign was a catastrophe. He worshipped the Prussian army, Russia's enemy, and alienated the church and the military. Catherine saw that under Peter, Russia would crumble. In June 1762, Catherine took a massive gamble. With the support of her lover, Grigory Orlov, and the elite Imperial Guard, she led a bloodless coup. Dressed in a soldier's uniform, she marched at the head of the troops. Peter was arrested and forced to abdicate. Days later, he died under mysterious circumstances. On September 22, 1762, Catherine was crowned Empress of all the Russias. A German-born woman was now the absolute ruler of a massive traditional empire. It was a turning point that shifted the balance of power in Europe forever.
What earned her the title the Great? It was her vision for a modern Russia. Catherine was an enlightened despot. She believed that a ruler should be absolute, but also rational and progressive. She was a pen pal to the great minds of her time, like Voltaire and Diderot. She revolutionized education, opening the Smolny Institute, the first state-run school for girls in Europe. In science, she was a pioneer. When smallpox was ravaging the continent, she was the first in Russia to be inoculated, proving to her terrified citizens that science was the way forward. She also transformed St. Petersburg into a cultural jewel. She founded the Hermitage Museum, amassing a collection of art that remains one of the largest in the world today. She didn't just rule Russia, she refined its soul. Catherine was not just a thinker, she was a conqueror. She wanted to secure Russia's place on the world stage. Her armies fought two massive wars against the Ottoman Empire. The result: Russia gained control of the Black Sea and annexed the Crimean Peninsula. She also orchestrated the partitions of Poland, expanding Russia's borders deep into Eastern Europe. Under her reign, the empire grew by over 200,000 square miles. By the time her reign was over, Russia was no longer a distant outsider. It was the arbiter of European politics. Her reign was not perfect. While she spoke of freedom, she actually tightened the grip of serfdom, making life harder for the peasants. This led to the violent Pugachev Rebellion, which she crushed without mercy. On November 17, 1796, the great empress suffered a stroke and passed away in St. Petersburg. She left behind an empire that was wealthier, more educated, and much larger than the one she found. She proved that leadership isn't about the blood in your veins, but the iron in your will. Catherine the Great's story is a testament to what ambition and intellect can achieve. Do you think she deserved her title? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this journey through history, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Preyo Tidings for more epic stories of the people who changed the world. Until next time, stay curious and stay healthy. Thank you.
Catherine was not just a thinker, she was a conqueror. She wanted to secure Russia's place on the world stage. Her armies fought two massive wars against the Ottoman Empire. The result? Russia gained control of the Black Sea and annexed the Crimean Peninsula. She also orchestrated the partitions of Poland, expanding Russia's borders deep into Eastern Europe. Under her reign, the empire grew by over 200,000 square miles. By the time her reign was over, Russia was no longer a distant outsider. It was the arbiter of European politics.